Hey guys, Will here. Today, I'd like to talk about a subject that's been coming up a lot in the community recently, and that's the ability to buy level 90 characters. I made a video on the subject of the boost to 90 feature for buying the expansion, but now Blizzard has announced that they are very seriously considering allowing players to buy these boosts separately as well. Now, this isn't entirely new information. It had kind of been implied as early as BlizzCon. People had already figured out that they could use various workaround methods by buying the expansion multiple times or things like that. But I think a lot of people are very surprised to see an official Blizzard-sanctioned blog post talking about buying max-level characters. The biggest piece of new information here is that players who pre-purchase the expansion will receive their free boost to 90 immediately, instead of having to wait until Warlords is officially released. Right now, there's a ton of commotion going on in the forums, like on MMO Champion. Things are just blowing up with threads about how WoW is finally becoming pay-to-win, or they're crossing some line or whatever. It seems like whenever a new item is added to the shop or something that costs money is announced, the fan sites go crazy calling Blizzard evil and greedy and things like that. Let's just start with this basic question. Is buying a level 90 character pay-to-win? My personal opinion is no, it's not. For one thing, during Warlords of Draenor, level 90 won't be the max level anymore. It'd be like buying a level 85 today. However, because we've been told that there will be some boosting allowed before the expansion comes out, if you pre-purchase, let's just ask, is buying a max level character pay to win? And I would say that's definitely closer, but it's still not quite pay to win to me. So much of WoW's content is focused on the endgame. Every patch that's released focuses on new content for max level players. Leveling, while it still serves some purpose, has definitely become stale to a large portion of the player base. Even the 1 to 60 revamp from Cataclysm, that feels slightly outdated at this point to me. Now, there's the argument that new players need leveling to teach them how to play, or introduce them to the world, and I get that, but I don't really agree anymore. I think that at one time, sure, the leveling experience was more important, and gave you more of a feel for the game, but these days, it's very different. One of the biggest problems WoW has at the moment is that there aren't a lot of new players coming in anymore. The game's been out for so long that most people who wanted to try it already have. The ones who come into the game now likely join up to play with their friends or other people they know, but leveling is a huge barrier to that. Imagine you have a buddy at work who wants to raid with you, but he's never played before. It would likely take him a month or two to hit max level and get adequately geared and familiar with the game before he could even play with you, which is just way too much for most people. The expansion will allow someone to jump right into the current content and play with their friends, which in the end is great for the game. I'll admit that there are some negatives to this. We'll see a lot more inexperienced max level people for a while, but that's not really a problem in my eyes. It just means more people to play with. The game's population, in my opinion, is old and stagnating. So many of us, we long for the times when the game was new and fresh and we were all inexperienced. Everyone looks back on those days with nostalgia. Well, for a player new and coming into the game now, everything is new, and so they can have those moments. I bet quite a few people will join WoW with the Warlords expansion, and they'll boost to 90, and they'll have a blast playing on Draenor. Then, in a few years, they'll look back on that time with nostalgia, just as many of us do now for the Burning Crusade or Wrath. What I'm saying is, hey, we've all been new before. Don't hate on these new guys just because they're new. They could be your new friends, guildies, raid members. These are new people to hang out with. The game desperately needs new players to replace the old ones who are tired of it. But what do you guys think? Do you support paid level 90 boosts, or are you against it? Anyway, that's all from me for now. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.